Billz, I'm back again. Media Spotlight UK. I'm with Toronto native. I'm with Ramone. What's going on, sir?
What's up, brother?
Cool, man. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too, bro.
Now, I gotta go straight into it. YAM Carnival,
Yes, sir.
right? So that was the first time I saw you, right? And I actually went there because I was there as press, and big up to Davido and Kalani. But the real reason why I went there was for Beenie Man.
Let's be honest. Come on.
Let's be honest. Like all of the legendary status of him, and I felt like a kid again. Like obviously it's been 13 years since the last time he came over, and I saw him on stage, and I felt like I was alive.
Yeah.
And then you came out. You came out in the Man United tracksuit.
Oh, you caught that?
I can't listen. I bring my attention to detail, bro. You had the red crepes as well. And like you were performing Red Bull like, alongside him, did a little something for the audience as well. So I mean, take me back to that time in terms of YAM Carnival, how you prepped for it, how you got to the point of being with Beenie Man. Like, take me through that experience.
Honestly, man, it's just manifestation. That's all I can really say. I've been putting it in the atmosphere that I was gonna link up and do a song with him for a couple years now. But pretty much, man, I just put it in the universe, and the universe listened, and we kind of just made it happen. I mean, obviously, it's a dream come true. I'm Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? So back home in Toronto, and all my Jamaican family is just like, boy, you bust. And it's funny, they say Beenie Man doesn't bust no one, but you can't say that because,
no,
you know what I'm saying?
Clearly, because he busts two of you guys out there.
I've been booked and busy ever since, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm honored, really. I'm truly honored. I'm super appreciative. It was crazy. I was a little bit nervous when I walked out there. I was like,
you nervous?
Yeah, bro. That was my first time like performing in the UK.
Full stop.
Yeah. So
wow,
60,000 people is just like, you know what I'm saying?
So how did you prep yourself like before you came on stage?
I just prayed.
Yeah.
Pretty much just said, hey, let's go for it. Obviously, like I said, I've never done a show that big. So it was a little bit, nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? But it was dope, nevertheless. The sound, they had some sound problems and stuff. But
there was a lot of politics with what happened on that day.
But it was lit nonetheless, you know what I'm saying? And the crowd was very interactive. So I'm just honored and blessed, man. It was a dope experience. I'm super appreciative to Beenie Man, and I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah, because, I mean, you've been here for a while now.
Yeah, almost 2 months.
You've been for a while now, because I heard that you just booked a one-way ticket, and you just got here, and it was just like, oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
Because normally, like, artists would be here for, like, maybe a week or two, couple of weeks. But you've been here for a while now.
Yeah, almost 2 months. Honestly, once it was confirmed that Beenie Man was bringing me out, I was like, and I was going to book a return. I was going to do, like, a 2-week bid and come back home.
Right.
But I was like, there was, like, some technical stuff, and I was like, you know what? I think it was, like, 11:11, and I was like, yo.
Yeah, you just showed me just before we got on camera. It's like 4-4-4-4 and 1-1-1-1, all that stuff.
I believe in that, like, super hard. So I think that's what happened. I was like, you know what? I think the universe is telling me to just book a one-way. Like, it wouldn't let me book a return flight. So
really?
Yeah.
Because I thought you would just be, like, reckless and just, like, just, oh, yeah, I'm going to be here for a while. Like, let me just do my thing.
But it just clicked in my head. I was like, you know what? If he's going to bring me out, who knows what's going to happen after the show? And we didn't even just do that show. We did another show. I think it was, I don't remember the name of the show. Well, we did another show the next day.
Right.
Yeah. But, yeah, so it was a smaller crowd, probably like 5,000 people, but it was still dope. But yeah, so then after that, and I linked up with sorry.
See, his drip is overwhelming him. So it seems.
Sorry.
So all the like everything's just coming off now. Like I thought I was getting a striptease. I think okay, a bit mad, but okay, there you go.
Sophie, what was the name of the other event that we did with Beenie Man? Rampage.
Okay.
So Rampage was dope. There's a lot of people there too. And that after that, it was like we more connected. We more had a nice chemistry performing together. So it was a lot, more interaction from my side as far as like me getting familiar with the fans and stuff like that. But yeah, I just came out here and I said, you know what? Let me just try a thing,
Yeah. So I mean, like, take me back to the, your first encounter with Beenie Man. How did that even all like come about? As generic as that may sound, because it's interesting how you come to the UK via Beenie Man, and you're already getting your presence known. Like, you're doing a Drake on that level.
Right.
You know what I mean? So take me back to those like periods of meeting Beenie Man for the first time.
Well, to be honest, we've been in contact for a little while, obviously. But you know, pretty much it's like, you know how you said you felt like a kid when he came out.
Yes.
'Cause it was like, yeah, it was sort of like that. Like, you know, his music, like I said, I'm Jamaican, so to me, this moment is like, and my family, this is like bigger than a lot of people understand. But it was super humbling, man. And when we did meet, it was like I was supposed to be here. I wasn't like necessarily starstruck. It was just kind of like,
you kind of thought it was family anyway.
Yeah, it was like
because you got that Jamaican heritage.
Yeah.
You got that connection anyway.
Yeah, and he embraced me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gave me a lot of advice and stuff like that. And he kind of showed me how to maneuver, you know what I'm saying, as far as being an artist. He's just like, you know, if you met the fandom want music, you have to give them music, you know? So, yeah, so to me, it was just like very humbling, very, you know, I had my student outfit on. I was just kind of just soaking up all the energy from him.
Student of the game, yeah, for sure. What's the best advice he's ever given you?
That same advice, man. He's like, yo, the people that want music, you have to give them music. And it clicked to me. I was just like, holy shit. It's very simple, but
yeah, you got to give them the juice.
Yeah, give them the juice. And you know, a lot of people chase hit records, and they're like, oh, I can't drop this because, you know, this never came out yet, or this never came out.
You do what's natural to you.
Yeah, it's just like the fans buy into you, so you got to give them you. Doesn't matter. And I'm not saying rush the process or like, you know, stuff like that, but you know, just do you and be consistent with it. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, this isn't your first rodeo as far as festival. I've been doing some research, and I found out that your first ever festival was actually in Ottawa quite a few years ago.
Yeah. Shout out to Cranium, Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. What's up?
Trust me.
They actually just did it a couple days ago, but I couldn't make it, obviously, because I'm here. But yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, with, you know, you being in Ottawa and you're performing for the first time, like, how did you take your first experience being in Canada, and then obviously you being here with Beenie Man? Like, how do you compare the two experiences now that you've had like your first taste of it a few years ago?
Well, it's two definitely different experiences. You know, as far as interaction, you know, Canadian crowds are cool, but that festival wasn't really Caribbean based,
right?
So it was more kind of like a, you know, Canadian content based festival. Whereas this one was, you know, a lot of people came out to see Beenie Man, and a lot of people have been playing the song that we have together and stuff like that. So it was, you know, very, very different as far as the platforms and stuff like that. But I mean, nonetheless, it was a performance, and you know, the people loved it, and you know, I can't complain.
Look, like 60,000 people come out and see you, Beenie Man, and the whole experience. I felt like I took it away from it. Like, I literally left as soon as you guys finished performing. I left only because I didn't want to get trampled on by all those people at the end.
No, for
and
real,
I felt like you guys were the true main event. Like, nothing away from Kalani or Davido, but you made the main event alongside Beenie Man. So big up to you, man.
I appreciate that, bro.
So I mean, the last time I saw you was at Sophie's event. My story so far. Big up to Sophie.
Big up Sophie, best publicist in the game.
Trust
you get me.
Big up Taz as well.
Big up Taz.
Now you did a performance, and you know, one of the girls, A-Class, was, you know, sitting down. And you did a solo performance to her and all that.
What's up, baby? I miss you.
I'm going to be so brutally honest. Yeah, I was a bit jealous. I was jealous. I'm thinking that should be me there.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like the way and I actually had like one person reply to me. Like, I put my story up and stuff like that. One of them said like, are they acting or is that for real? Because she's a really bad actor. She was. I was like, awkward. So, but I mean,
nah, that wasn't acting. That was spontaneous. She didn't know I was bringing her on stage. She didn't know, but
and she just felt the vibes from that.
Yeah. It was real, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So do you have that sort of setup when you perform? Like, when you do like your sort of like, you know, R&B sort of joints? Do you like have like a girl come up stage just to like, you know, have a sit down, or was that really just spontaneous at the moment?
It was really spontaneous. You know, I like to mix it up and do different stuff, but at the moment she was there, she was looking good, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, she's been supporting me a lot as well. So I was just like, yo, come on stage, shorty, you know. I gotta holler at you real quick, you know.
So she knew about you pretty much before, like, you just brought
yeah.
Oh, okay.
For sure. It wasn't like a random
It
girl,
seemed like random, but the way you executed it was like sick.
I mean, it was random to bring her up because she wasn't expecting it, but, you know, like, we cool, so.
Yeah, big up to A-Class, but I'm still jealous of the fact that it should have been me. So, I mean, I feel as though, like, for you, like, you seem to be the Drake in terms of being in tune with every culture that's around the world. I mean, he's been like, you know, in tune with UK culture, Canadian culture, Caribbean culture. I mean, you're from the Caribbean yourself.
See, I'm Drake 2.0.
Well, I mean, you're Ramone 1.0 though.
I'm Ramone 1.0, but only because you brought him up, I'm gonna just say I'm Drake 2.0.
2.0.
Big up Drizzy, but
Big up Drizzy.
respectfully,
But
I'm actually Jamaican, so
yeah. Are you born from Jamaica?
I'm Canadian born, but both my parents are Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like the twist up and stuff like that.
Right,
Because I was
right.
trying to figure out like what parts you were before. So
Right,
you're
right.
Toronto through and through. Though.
Toronto, 6
Okay. Okay. So I mean, like, you know, with you and Drake, you're very similar in terms of being in tune with the culture, and you've been here for some time now, and you know, you've been doing events, you've been doing press runs, promos, stuff like that. Like, you know, working with Beenie Man. Like, what else have you been up to since you've been here?
I'm working on a couple projects right now. Black Sheep 2's in the works, which is like
Okay. So follow up from
rap.
the Black Sheep that you had before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a lot of rap on there. I'm actually trying to link up with a couple UK artists to you know, get some flair on the project. So
Okay.
that's what it's done. I'm just waiting on a couple features.
Right.
So we doing that, and then I got My Name Is Ramone 4. We're gonna call it My Name Is Ramone Just For You. So it's probably like 4 songs, R&B joints, a little bit of rap sprinkled on it. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on right now.
So could you give us a clue of like sort of the UK artists that you're, you know, kind of in tune with in terms of getting features on, or
Honestly,
even just
there's
those
so
that
many.
you're
There's so many.
liking at the moment?
There's so many, man, that I got to sit down and really, you know, figure out.
Is there like a top 3, like the ones that come at you top of your head?
I want a Fredo feature, man. I want a Fredo feature. Yeah, I want Fredo. I want a Dave, Abracadabra. Like, there's so many people as far as like mainstream artists that I want to link up with. But
yeah, Abracadabra. He just performed at Strawberries and Cream Festival as well. So
how was that?
It was sick.
Okay.
It was sick.
Yeah, as far as that goes, I want to do something like that. But I might just take it to the streets underground and just do an underground, whoever's just hot popping in their little areas.
Who's got the vibes, basically.
Right, and just kind of, you know, get that audience first before I, you know, take the mainstream route and stuff like that.
I mean, what's it with your fascination with the UK? Because I've been to Toronto a few years ago myself. So, you know, with you guys over there, like, you have a similar sort of way with us where we're very like friendly with each other. Like, it's kind of a community of its own, very, very similar in terms of like cultures in general. So like for you, like coming to the UK, like what's the fascination with us over on this side?
I mean, me personally, I travel a lot. So when I'm in different places, like I was in Atlanta for a couple months, and you know, I would get home.
Oh, I've seen you've been to Magic City. We'll go into that.
I performed there. Yeah. So I would get like homesick, so I'd have to go to Caribbean restaurants and like just sit in the restaurant and listen to them talk patois and watch the news, and just to feel like I'm at home, because Toronto is a Caribbean influenced city as well, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I like about here. I don't get homesick. Like, I've been here, like you said, almost 2 months, and you know, I'm not even homesick. Like, everybody talks like us. You guys have the same slang as us. You know, you guys say "done know," what going.
You done know. Straight,
you know what I mean?
straight things are going. You see me?
Yeah. So it's the same type of vibe. And the thing about it is, Toronto's music scene doesn't have a lot of infrastructure. So you can reach a peak, but you kind of just do your little laps after you reach that peak. So I feel like coming here, you know, it kind of made me like explode as far as my resources. You know, you can do this platform, you can do that platform. They have so many events and stuff that you could actually expand your brand and actually become, you know, something bigger than what I was back home.
Do you feel there's a lot of similarity as far as like, you know, how we respond to you guys over in the States for you responding to us over here?
Yeah, I feel like because I'm not from here, they're just embracing me more. Like, okay, he's from Toronto, but he has some sauce, you know.
Right, he got the juice, baby.
He got some sauce, so we rock with it. And because they can see, you know, that I am Jamaican, you guys have the same, you know, similarities as us as far as, you know, the communities and the influence. You know, everybody rocks with it. Real recognize real. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's the biggest thing. And
I could say on my side, because I went to Toronto a few years ago. I was staying in Brampton.
I actually went to high school in Brampton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What was, I mean, because obviously it's like 45 minutes away from like main Toronto city centre, right? From what I can remember.
Half an hour, 35 minutes. Yeah. If you
got
got traffic, maybe an hour, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so you went to school in Brampton. So did you maneuver a lot within Toronto or within Canada in general, or did you really stay in Brampton?
I'm from all over. Like, I'm originally from North York, Toronto, you know what I'm saying? Keelan Lawrence, Keelan Eglinton area. But I maneuvered all over, man. Brampton, I went to school. I probably lived in Brampton 4 years, so that's like, you know, where I was figuring myself up growing up. I guess you could say I grew up in Brampton. But yeah, I maneuver all over. Then I moved to the East End, Scarborough for like 4 years, 5 years. Then Durham region for a couple years.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah, I did Whitby for like 2 years, Oshawa for like back and forth for like from 2011 to probably now, probably 8 of that 11 years. So yeah, so I got a big following all over the GTA. We call it Greater Toronto area.
Did you ever go to Montreal?
Yeah, I go a couple times.
Yeah.
I can only do like 2 days. Shout out to Montreal. Shout out to K Goon.
Trust.
You know, he's on Black Sheep. But yeah, Montreal is like a party city. So
Right. Okay.
I kind of go in and come out. I don't really stay too long because.
Is it kind of like the Magic City of like Canada in that sense? Because I've been to a strip club, like I was like in. I'll tell you this little story. So I've been to a strip club. I think it was around in Brampton. It was close by, and I mean my story's a bit bad because obviously I've been to a strip club in the UK, not as good as it was in Toronto. Let's be honest.
Are there any good strip clubs in the UK?
I mean, I've been to one, but it was very like they were very like. I don't know, like, there was, like, some, like, poker chips as, like, vouchers and stuff like that. I tried to put it and say, no, we don't do shit, we only do money and blah, blah, blah. And it was, like, it was very stush the way I felt.
Really?
Yeah. But even in Toronto, though, when I was, like, I had, like, private dances and stuff like that, I didn't know how the vibe went. So, it was my first time ever going.
Strip club, Mississauga, and you got to go to Mississauga.
Yes,
that's where it's popping.
yeah. So then the girl I was dancing with didn't realize there was more to it if you wanted more. So then my best friend who had like more than, you know what I mean, more than striptease, he got more, and it was his birthday as well. I felt like, you bastard. So I mean, have you been to any sort of those vibes over here? Because you just saying like,
I went to Platinum Lace out here.
Yeah. How did you take that? Because I actually went to the same place, but I was just like, I wasn't really feeling it, to be fair.
To be honest, it was cool. It wasn't anything crazy, but they like my accent. They're like, oh, your accent. I like your accent. And it's like, all right,
were they the type of women just like, oh, do you want to go into the thing straight away? Or?
Well, yeah, that's how they're trained to be. I'm just like,
pretty
baby,
much.
I'm from Toronto. We do a little bit different over here. You gotta, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But if you know, you know.
Yeah. But I mean, you've been to Magic City, so like, you know, that's a whole different culture. We could do a whole interview of strip clubs.
That's what they do. That's what they do. Magic City, that's what they do. So over there it was cool. You know, obviously I performed there and whatnot, and it was definitely dope. But yeah, that's where you get like the thick girls. You know what I'm saying? The thick things. You know what I mean? You know, they're on it, and they're not too pushy. They're just like.
They take your time?
Yeah, they're just like, you know, they know so many people of different walks of life pull up over there in Atlanta. Atlanta's like, you know, stripper central, you know, and Miami, respectfully. But, you know, they kind of just know what it is. And I mean, so many people come with money that it's like it's nothing. It's going to fall in their lap. If you came here to spend a bag, you're gonna spend a bag.
That's like sort of the Team Pain level from back in the day. Like, just, you know, I mean, I've seen 50 Cent and all them other artists just go through. It's just like, it feels like it's just money central in that way.
Right. It is. A lot of people go with a bag. Some people go blow whole bags, 50 racks, 70 racks.
What's the most you spent, like, in that sort of way? You don't have to tell me exactly.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm from Toronto, so we don't really do them things and spend bare ones on gal. No, sir. No, sir.
Yes.
No, sir. You know what I mean?
Keep yourself to yourself and just keep it nice.
You're lucky if you get a dance out of me. You feel me?
So you're not one for like the full splurge. You're just like, I'm easy.
I'll buy a shorty a drink or something, but I ain't gonna spend a whole bunch of ones. Mind you, I will throw some ones, but I'm not spending nothing over a grip. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's for me for sure, man.
No.
I mean, so let's take it back then. Let's take it back. So the R-Tripz days.
Oh man,
that's what's going on. Days.
Whoa.
You know, like a G6.
Sophie, I like.
You know, the freestyles that you did back in the day.
Whoa, that's
2251 Kill Street.
Whoa, 2214.
2214. Okay, good. Google Maps, there you go. You know, I'm nice. I'm nice everything.
Whoa.
You know, all that sort of stuff, man. 2007 days.
Whoa.
All of that stuff, man.
I like you. I appreciate this.
Yeah, man. I got
That's
deep,
crazy.
Man.
That's.
You see? You know I'm doing my shit, right?
Wow.
So, I mean, you've always had a love for music. Like, you know, you kind of came around like in the late 2000s.
Yeah.
2007 was kind of where you starting out from that. 2010, your first, like, I saw your first YouTube video. And it was literally like a G6 from them times. Short hair, no beard. These times, so
I'm tearing up, y'all. I'm tearing up.
Nah, you know, I got you, man.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, you've always had a love for music. So, like, where did it all begin as far as, like, you know, before you started, like, doing the mixtapes and the freestyles?
I grew up in the church, man, so, you know, I always heard those melodies, you know what I'm saying? I was never in the choir or nothing like that, but I would, like, sit in the pews while my sisters were in the choir, and I would just kind of get the melodies, and, you know, they would have, like, different types of singers in the choir. So, like, they had the alto and, like, the falsetto person, and they had the lead singer, and it just always, you know, music is in my blood. My dad at church, he was, like, the main singer You know, when he bends his hands and he's singing in the whole church.
Yeah, the orchestra.
Yeah, so like he would sit at the front of the podium and like do the song service. So you know, it's in my blood. You know what I mean? And I guess I was like 10 years old, and like I think Lil Romeo came out with a song, or like Lil Bow Wow, and I was like, yo, these guys are.
They were kids then.
Yeah, and I was a kid. They were like probably 13. I was probably like 10 years old.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, you could be a kid and you could make music and like you could be famous as a kid and like, you know what I mean? So that was enticing to me. That was like, you know, I really rock with this. You know what I mean? So from there, I got like a Yellow Pages book, which is
wow. We're going back on that.
Yeah,
no one uses that anymore. It's only like you can use your phone now.
Yeah. I'm old. No, I'm joking.
We're mature. We're mature that way, yeah.
Older. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wiser.
But I took a Yellow Pages book. I would like bang on the book, and I would take a tape recorder and record me banging on the book. Then I would save that recording, tape myself rapping over the recorded Yellow Pages beat. And like I was just so intrigued with the recording process and creating something that hasn't been created before. And I kind of took that, and then I ended up getting my computer. I got a little dollar store mic, and I would just go on like SoundClick at the time, which is where you can just get
before
beats,
SoundCloud, yeah.
Right, and I'll just get beats and lease the beats. I was like 15, 16 at this point, and I would just record songs in my high school. I came out with a little mixtape, and I would just burn them on my CD and made like 25, hand them out to my CD, $5 a pop. It wasn't mixed or mastered, just raw songs, shitty quality, and I just loved it. And I loved seeing people's reactions to the songs I was making. Even though it wasn't the best quality, they kind of respected the hustle. And once that kind of got more popping, I started going to regular studios, and I recorded I'm Nice at 17. My mom dropped me there. She didn't know. I told her I was going to a friend's house, because she didn't support my music at all when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, I even had.
But that tends to be like a 50-50 in that way, where like parents will either support you or think it's a pipe dream.
And she's Jamaican too, you know, hard Jamaican parents.
Well, you know how
Stay
that goes.
in school. No, you need your education.
Yeah, you have an education. You gotta go to university and all them things there. Yeah,
so
man,
I was
trust me.
actually supposed to go on tour with Keisha Shanti at the time. I was like 14, 15, but I was in a missed school, so my mom said no.
Wow.
Yeah, and the manager, Dave Fredericks, that's actually Shaw Claire's manager. I don't know if you know Shaw Claire.
Not
him, Cardinal, Official, like that little era.
Right.
Yeah, so I recorded a song, 17. I told my mom I was going to my friend's house. So she's texting me like, yo, where are you? I thought you were just picking something up. I'm like, yo, mom, give me 2 minutes. But I'm recording. Yeah, I'm
you
recording.
You were sneaking, bro.
Yeah.
Sneaking to get your passion in, bro.
Yeah, so I guess she must have GPS the address of the studio, and she realized that I was at a recording studio.
Yeah.
And she let me have it, but I was like, hey, man, the song's already recorded. I threw it on MySpace. It got like 20,000 views, and that's where my buzz started, you know, and I just haven't looked back since.
Wow, because I mean, your journey's crazy. Like the fact that, I mean, how your parents supportive of you now in this journey?
I mean, my dad doesn't really mess with it. You know, he's super Christian and stuff like that, so he's not really on it. But he hears people tell him, oh, Ramone's on TV, Ramone's on the radio.
So there's some acknowledgement there.
They know. My mom knows what's going on. My mom said the other day, she's like, how much money in Mecca for the Beenie Man song?
It's always about the money. You have to pay rent.
She's like, send me a couple hundred. I'm like, oh, my. She wants pounds now, and she knows the, you know what I mean?
The currency is a mad one, yeah.
She knows it's different, so it's interesting. It's actually her birthday today. Shout out to my mom. Happy birthday.
Big up to you, mum. Big up to you, mum.
Yeah, love you.
See what your son's doing, man. Trust me.
You know,
Come on, man. So, I mean, you know, from over 10 years ago, I mean, you've been putting out music. You know, you had your beginnings, like getting your mic and stuff like that. When did you get to the point of like, I'm actually going to really take home seriously as an artist? Like, when did you get to that realization?
Probably a year after that.
Right.
I did a feature with a known, you know, Canadian artist. He was doing songs with Nate Dogg and stuff like that. And he was battling on 106 in Park and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a feature with him. I did the feature, and then they played me on radio, Flow 935. I was like 18 at the time, so my sister woke me up out of sleep. She's like, yo, you're on the radio, you're on the radio. And I was like, what? And then from there, I was just like, okay, it's time, you know. And that was, you know, 12 years ago. You know what I'm saying? 13 years ago.
Because even like to the point that you've had like these collaborations with like Tory Lanez, Uncle Murder, you know, Beenie Man recently, Project Pat as well. So from this point now, where
he really knows what's going on.
I know what's going on.
That's
so
dope.
like now at this point, like what is your mission now as an artist? Now that you've had that grind to get to the point that where you're at now, what's the next stage for you being Ramone.
I want to sell out a show. I'm putting on a show around Christmas time.
Okay. Oh, my birthday's Christmas Day.
Oh
so.
yeah. Okay. Happy early birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on a show, and I want to get everybody in London out. I want to sell it out. That's my goal.
Hey, you're on your way there.
Yeah.
You're getting that push already in the UK. So people are fucking with you already.
Yeah. So hopefully, you know, God willing, we sell it out, and that will be like the next, mark for me to be like, okay, I'm here now. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and for sure. I mean, even at this stage now, like Black Sheep, we were talking about it, you want to put Black Sheep 2 out soon.
Right.
Did number 2 in the Canadian charts. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
So, I mean, you're still active in making music, and obviously for the past 19 months, it's been crazy, like how things have been so restricted in terms of how we can maneuver and stuff. So, creating Black Sheep, was this a way of like, you can't do tours, but I want to create more content?
Yeah, it was just kind of like, there's a lane for me right now to just outwork everybody, and kind of, everybody's kind of listening right now. Even to get Black Sheep on streaming platforms took longer than usual because everybody was making music.
Right.
So I was like, you know what, I'm super inspired right now. I just want to rap and show everybody I could rap, because I was doing a lot of R&B songs and stuff like that. But I was like, you know what, I need them to know I'm an MC first. I can rap.
Let them know of a reminder.
Yeah, a reminder. No
see what I done there?
Yeah. So, that was where that came from. And I feel like, it reminds me of the time we were in, because I drew the messages from a different space. We were all locked down and stuff like that. So I had a lot of time to think and put stuff together and just really draw out that project. And I listened to a couple songs on the project, like, often, you know what I mean? Like, Tell You No, and like, dumb shit. Like, I listen to those joints. I actually like enjoy them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because I definitely enjoyed the Miami freestyle.
Oh yeah. That's a popular one.
Yeah, because I like the fact that you just went straight bars in there, and the beat was like sick as well. I mean, even with Swerve, yeah, that's
because
the drill vibes that you got in there, like R&D, I'll call it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like rhythms and drill. So
right.
I mean, just that you got so much variety. Like even with the drill scene, I noticed like even with your new latest song that we're going to talk about in a bit, like you got that R and drill vibe that you put in there. So like, is drill like sort of an inspiration of what you're coming with content wise right now?
Yeah, I noticed that when I do the Swerve, it's funny you mentioned that, because Swerve was like, I mean, I fell in love with it now that I've seen the reaction of people and stuff like that. But Swerve was just one of those songs on the project that I would just kind of like skip over. Not skip over necessarily, but I was like, okay, it's cool, but I like this one. I'm an R&B baby, so I like, the melodic song. Sorry, but when I seen how people reacted to Swerve, I was like, damn, this is probably a lane. Like, we threw it online on YouTube.
It's like, yeah, light bulbs.
I was like, damn, and I do enjoy making that stuff. Like, even with Reminder,
yes,
that I wasn't expecting it to take off how it did. Like, they played that on my hometown radio like all the time. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of let me know, this is what the people want from me. So I'm gonna embrace it more, and I'm actually gonna probably come out. You're probably going to be hearing me doing a lot more RnB Drill stuff, because the people appreciate it so much. So
okay, so we'll see. I mean, obviously you got a variety of flavors. You can rap, you can sing.
Right. And being in the UK now too, the drill scene is big, right? So
exactly. So you can do so much with it. You can tap into that market so much.
Right.
And I see that, speaking of I'm Nice Everything, even Blac Chyna shouted you out last year. I mean, that was interesting to me, because I mean, she fucks with you heavy, but like, how are you guys like good friends? Like, how did that post even come to light?
We speak from here and there, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of a real recognized real situation, you know what I mean? I support her a lot with her stuff, and a lot of people weren't supporting her, a lot of, and a lot of people were, they like to kick you when you're down, and in those times I was never that person. I would always, uplift her and stuff like that. So she kind of just returned the favor and kind of just looked out for me, you know what I'm saying?
So you seem to be the type of person that it's like, no matter what situation has happened with people, you always see the positives in people. How do you maintain that in order to keep yourself going, I guess?
You just got to be authentic, man. I feel like when you keep it real, everybody knows you real recognize real. So it's like, it's a frequency that a lot of people need to understand. It's important, you know what I'm saying? Being real and knowing yourself is currency, you know what I'm saying? And once you do that, you could tap into different frequencies of people that understand their currency, you know what I'm saying? So you don't look at people like superstars or unreachable or this or that, because it's one frequency. Real is a frequency that once you're that, people that are on that frequency align with it, and they rock with you if they rock with you. A lot of people faking the funk right now, acting like they're doing this, acting like they're doing that. And that's why they're here today, gone tomorrow. They're not real. They're not authentic. When you're authentic, you know, you just look at that person like, oh, that's a human being. That's a human being. That's a human being. So anything could happen. Anything could work.
And I'm grateful for the fact that even when I came to the event, Sophie's event, and like you just like you embraced everybody, like you know, including myself. I sat down, I spoke to you, and I was just like, you know, I mean, you're a real dude, like you know, and I felt comfortable with the fact that like you even took time out to speak to me. And I was speaking about this to a lot of like friends recently, like you know, people can have their ulterior motives, I guess, to an extent, but like there are people out there as well that hold their own as far as keeping that genuine sort of, you know, vibe and just keep things moving, I guess. So yeah.
I mean, I'm not better than nobody, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all bleed the same blood. So who am I to act like I'm better than you or her or anybody? You know what I mean? I just, you know, grind, keep it real, show love, and just hope for the best, man. We're all here trying to get rich, so.
Well, I mean, you're kind of already there. Like, you got the hood rich on. You got a little. It's like a little bit of Burberry or something. You know what I mean?
You know, but Hood Rich actually just sponsored me this, so shout out to Hood Rich.
Yeah, I need to get. You know what? One of my friends is like, you know, is a good friend of someone that runs Hood Rich. I'm like, listen, I need to get some Hood Rich. I'm part of that, man.
They hooked me up, man. Shout out to Hood Rich.
Yeah, shout out to Hood Rich, man. So, I mean, you being here in the UK now, obviously we kind of know where you're going now. You know, from R-Tripz days, Ramone now is, you know, and obviously your presence in the UK, like you really want to have that connection like Drake did, but just do things even better. So, I mean, what's the move going forward? What are you looking towards, like, you know, in the future as far as, you know, your mission as being a great successful artist?
Sorry, not to cut you off. I want to be the realest to ever do it. You know, there's a lot of big artists, popular artists, and that's cool. I want to be popular, whatever, but my main focus is when I do get to that stage, I want to be known as the realest to ever do it. The realest. That's it. That's what I want to go down as, the realest to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you hang up your boots, that's your kind of tagline, the realest
Ramone
to ever
was
do
the
it.
realest. Ramone really was that guy, picked up his stuff, booked a one-way flight, came to London, and blew up. He was with the people. He wasn't cooler than nobody. He didn't look at anybody like he was better than them. He was just the realest to do it. He went to the malls. He went to the clubs where there was 100 people. He shook everybody's hand. He was sitting. He was going to the hood. He was going to Brixton. He was getting oxtail up the street. He was really here doing this. Real nigga.
Real recognized real.
And I'm a good dude. I'm not a gangster, huh? So I'm just a real nigga. That's it. I'm a big man. That's it.
Look, listen, you've uplifted me today, and I really want to thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me, bro. Real talk.
And just knowing the vibes you come with, and you know, I can't wait for more material to come out, especially knowing the R&B drill side that you're coming with. So
I got a freestyle coming out in a couple weeks, actually.
Oh, well, there you go. Is that exclusive?
It's called Too Late. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Ramone, it's been an absolute pleasure, brother.
My brother.
All right, and you know, hope when you do fly back, you fly back safely. But
thank you.
You know, it's been a pleasure, bro.
Likewise, brother.
Yeah, man. Well, if you could tell our audience where they can catch you on all the socials and where they can catch you, tell them why, G.
Ramone online, Ramone online, everywhere. Ramone Black Sheep too. Look out for that. Bang.
Straight to the point, man. Billz, Media Spotlight UK to Toronto all day long. As you can see, I'm repping it. No cap, all of that. And big up yourself, man.
Yes, sir.
And enjoy the rest of the trip in the UK, man.
Let's get it.
All right.